Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the Smith in the Black channel here, Ticker Talker, and we got a little pre-Halloween smackdown going on. So let's take a look here at SPY, and you'll hear me talk about triangle out, broadening formations, right? So what happened in the SPY here is we get the smackdown here, right, lower left. We get the smackdown, and then yesterday, take out the lows, and then rally all the way back and take out the highs, right? We call that triangle out. And when I talk about coming back to a previous range, it's going to be a much more powerful move. Right here, yesterday they jammed them all the way here. You think you can stay short in there? No, stopped out. And so right here, anybody who's trying to, this was the last bastion of guys trying to stay short here. And so they stop them out, slight higher high, 2-2 reversal, 2 up, 2 down to finish off the day, and then the continuation to wipe them out, and your broadening formation now looks like this right there. So to start off November, and that's if we can stay in here today and don't collapse. This is what we're going to be starting off with. Once again, we go to the lower middle, right? We're still an inside month, but a lot closer to taking this out, and we got a lot of day left. There's some real early carnage in here, and so we'll see if they come back in this afternoon. Now, what you can also do is when you have a volatility spike like we saw this morning, is that each 60 minute is going to be like a new day, right? So here, if you're going to try and bottom pick for some trading, here, the N60 takes out the lows. You go into exhaustion. Exhaustion is anytime you take out the highs, like here, or the lows here, and then boom, the new 60 goes green, and this is your 2-2 reversal. Takes that high out right here, right, for a quick scalp. Now you got a new 60. So now you got now it's a little different, right? Because now we're going back red, right? And when we go back red on the 60, we go back into full time frame counter to the downside because we are red on the month, we are red on the week, we are red on the day, and the 60, right? So that's why we always want to be aware of that bottom of the hour. So then, if we take a look here, I'm just trying to keep an eye on you. Now you got a new 60s. See if they start dropping them in. I'm watching my new low list here because almost everything was getting cremated, and then in the morning, I always tweet out the gap list. Mind the gap, things that we're going to keep an eye on, right? STNE here on the 15 minute. Gaps up here. Boom, right there's your 2-2 reversal. Here, below that. 2 up, 2 down. Here, below 56.53. Then it goes inside, right? So oftentimes when I teach people, I'm like, you're going to open your position on the reversal, add on the continuation, down, inside, down. This thing gets cremated. Now we'll see if we go to the inside 60 and see if we can get anything more out of that. But on the upside, BLRX, see what this thing's doing. BLRX now coming in, but on the gap list once again, here. This is a continuation, right? Gaps up, goes inside on the 30. Little guy over 231 spikes up over $3. Then there's another reversal here to the downside. Little guy, but one of the other things you want to be able to look for on a day like today, if you're going long, you want to make sure you have a signal first of all, and second of all, you want to be able to combine things. So when you see something like the Dow Jones Diamonds here, start to firm up and do the 2-2 reversal here on the 60 down in here. Right, and they were too weak to go yesterday. Take this out. So broadening formation here looks like so. So when you get that reversal here, one of the things, the good thing about the Dow, you only have 30 stocks to look at. IBM was positive on the day. Inside day reversal to the upside already. Right now you got these longer term time frames down. We got a heavy market, and you can see you got to pay attention to the new 60 here. Right. But you did take that out, and so there's some slight things that you can go after on that. But this now going red on the 60 is a concern because there's not too much really moving on the upside that much. You had 8. Let's go to the Qs for a second. QQQ, and you can see this QQQ yesterday in front of the big boy earnings, and now you see the slight lower low. Here's your broadening formation in the Qs right here. Right, red on the other time frame, still an inside month. Right. Poked up slightly. There's your 2 up, your 2 down reversal on the daily, and it didn't gap. Well, it gapped here, but it didn't gap on the daily, which means you could have hit it right there. This is where you hit this thing. Below 272.52, and your magnitude is to take this out at least. But at the time, you're going to have everything red, which means that more often than not, they're going to overshoot it, which they did. Now we're going back red to the downside. More on the upside, ALLK here, right? And so this, you can see the difference. Inside month to the upside, 212 continuation, green on all time frames, right? That's what you want to look for, time frame continuity to the upside. If we go to ARNA, ARNA, and we've been watching this one for a while, in ARNA, here on the daily, you're going to see this. Because we know outside bars exist, once it takes out the low and goes green, this thing's going to take out this high at least, right? Because we've been watching this one all week because of this. The 2 up, the 2 down, boom, continuation, right? That these two become an outside bar of that. Bright green on the month. ARNA still trying to work for you. If we go to Garmin, GRMN, Garmin, nice 60s here. Green, albeit an inside month. We're running out of month here. But green, 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 down to your 60 you go, and you're going to see this. Inside bar pokes down yesterday. Boom, that's a rev strat, 122 right here. It's also a kicking pattern of this, right out the chute. If you were able to get on that, still watching these things start to come in. You got a little bit more like cheese catch up here, KHC. Here, trying to take out yesterday's highs, not really going. GSHD, like I said, we're going way down the food chain on a lot of this stuff, and it's already starting to come back in. You did have some REITs, AVB here, taking out yesterday's highs, but for the most part, we are going down. And let's take a look at the downside. DraftKings, puke. DraftKings now inside on the 60, so we can see if we can get another break out of this. We've been watching this all month. We're getting a lot closer to that outside month that I've been talking about ever since it went red, right? This is quite the decline, 60 down to 35, and we've known about it the whole time. The rev strat here, we knew about this, the continuation, and then here on the weekly. 2 back down, 2, 2, 2, then inside day to the downside. Look at this, right? Perfect. Now let's see if we can finish them off at the end here, on the end of the month. Tesla. And Tesla, one of the good things, like we're watching a bunch of these inside days, right? Tesla's an inside day. Boom, that's 212 continuation, knocks them down. That's going to be red on all time frames, albeit an inside month. Red, red, and red. And then you got your slight reversal here. But now we're starting to roll back down in the SPY. Going to keep an eye on these futures because the new 60, you can tell the difference between this hour and this hour. You see, now they're starting to come back in. If we go to more of the big boys, on Microsoft. And Microsoft, triangles them out down to here. But here, inside day to the downside, right? Red on all time frames, albeit inside month. But now it's back on the red on all time frames, right? So let's see if we can get down to the 15 or if we got anything good on the... Here you go, right on the flip, right? This is why we watch the bottom of the hour. You see these computers turn on and off, right? Right here on the 15 minute, right? There was your 2-2 reversal on the 5th, or I'm sorry, that's a 10. Didn't do it, just done the 10. How about a 5 minute? There you go. The 2 up and the 2 down on the 5 minute, and you'll notice the time up here. Right at the bottom of the hour. Computers on, sell computers now on. Bam, right back down. If we go to Amazon, Fangers, you guys having all sorts of trouble here. Amazon, inside day, 212 continuation, taking out last week's lows. You're going to be an inside month unless they really wipe them out this afternoon. But anytime this baby stays on the 60 here, look at this. This couldn't even make a higher high. Right? That's something you'd want to know about, right? When you see the broader averages do make a higher high on the 2-2 reversal 60 and you see your stock do not, you got problems. All right, so we can keep an eye on Amazon this afternoon. Facebook. Ow. Facebook here, you can see this. Opened flattish, but then went 2 up, 2 down right here on the daily, right? Inside month, doji. But red on the week, right here, as it started coming down here, and it just got smoked here. So once you see that, one of the ways you can get in on this is you'll notice this on the 60. Here, at this point it was green, but as soon as it hits back there, now you got your continuity going back down. You can hit it right there. Now we'll see if we get an inside 60 out of that. If we go to Netflix, got them but good yesterday. We're raising our prices. Good for you. Higher high on the 60. closes out inside. There's your 212 reversal to start the day. Boom! Where's it going? It's going to take out the lows. Why? Because outside bars exist. There you go. There's your broadening formation, Netflix. And here, 3 months inside of that, here's your broadening formation on the weekly. We've been watching this for as long as it's been doing it. So now I'm going to see if we can finish them off down in here next month. If we go to Autodesk, and Autodesk, inside day, and it didn't gap down. It opened inside and then took it out on the 212. Once again, we've been watching this broadening formation here on the weekly. The higher high, the 2-2 reversal, 2 up, 2 down on the week. Thanks for playing. Back through the try she goes. If we go to PayPal, and PayPal, inside day to the downside, right there, after it already did it here. After the 2-2 reversal day on the top, here's your reversal after making a slight higher high. Right there on the weekly. There's your top of the broadening formation. Now coming back through previous range. That's what we want, because anybody on the wrong side is going to be stopped on obvious pivots. Here, 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 and they wiped them. Now we'll see if we can come down and get some more going. Coming into the new month, outside month, and a slight higher high. So if we can take this out, we're going to be looking to take that out next month, or this afternoon if things get really bloody. If we go to Twitter, and the tweets, once again, the higher high of death, right? And here it is, right there. Oh, there's nothing but smooth sailing now. It's bam, back through all this stuff. So we'll see if that continues down into there. NVIDIA, and NVIDIA also couldn't make a higher high. Also was an inside day. Opened inside and then took it out, right? Your magnitude is to take this out, right? Because at that point, once again, see how the wick goes up and then here, boom, you hit that. You can hit it again when it takes this out, right, for the ad, and you've got red on all time frames. You've got sellers in there, folks, just so you know. You got TTD. And TTD here, taking out last week's lows. Still green on the month, just running out a month. But here, the 2 down, the 2 up, the bam, these become an outside bar of that. The open, the wick up, the bam, take it out right here. And you're going to notice this. The higher high of death to send it back to the bottom of the broadening formation. If we go to CACC, and CACC now coming back. This thing was getting waxed pretty hard, but we'll see. Now it's coming back. We'll see if that rolls back down. If we go to Shop. Shop wasn't able to make a higher high in the 60. You see? Still an inside month, but red. Wasn't strong enough to take out this high part of the broadening formation. Weaker. We got the 2-2 reversal weak. Now coming back down to try and take this stuff out. Red on all time frames. We can look at shorter term time frames to get in on that. If we go to SQ. And SQ here. The 2 down, the 2 up. Boom. These become an outside bar of all that. You're bright red over here. You're coming back into last month's range and red. You're inside on the 60 here. Now back red on all time frames. Amazon goes to the lows as well. It should. So we're still keeping an eye on the 60s and the SPYs and the Qs here and all that kind of fun stuff, because anytime you have full time frame continuity to the downside, that's what it's going to look like if they're going to hit them. And that's what they're doing. You can also keep an eye on the small cappers here. They so far were too strong to take out these lows, but the day is young, so we shall see what goes on. All right, keep on these 60s. We're going to have new months coming, and a lot of inside months depending on what happens this afternoon if they start to get medieval on them again with a little Halloween terror. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I hope everybody had a great week and has an even better weekend. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith of the Black channel here at Ticker Talk on the Strat Time Report.